Hello, 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 divinely ordained, ladylike servants of God. My name is Gail. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Daughters of Hadessah. Today, I would like to talk a little about self image. What is self image? Self image is how we see ourselves, what is inside of us. When we look in the mirror, what do we see? Do we see beauty, confidence, boldness? Do we see fear, rejection, abandonment, pain, wounds, scars, bitterness? What do we see? Self image. Do you see yourself well dressed, accomplished, educated on the outside, but in the inside, do you see yourself as not equal enough, not equal enough, not having enough, competitive? What do you see when you look in the mirror? What is your self image? Your real self image of yourself. Not what you want people to see, but when you take off the mask, what do you see? When you wash the makeup off, what do you see? When you take the wig off, what do you see? When you take the clothes off, somebody else's label, brand, name, who are you? Self image. What do you see? Do you see what I see? Do I see what you see? Self image. Do you see confidence? When you look in the mirror, do you see worth? Do you see value? Do you see beauty? What do you see? The things that you see when you look in the mirror at yourself are the things that are going to reflect out of you sooner or later. I don't care how well dressed and how well put together we look on the outside. If you don't have it together on the inside, you will be found out. And what you think you look like on the outside may not be what you are projecting from the inside. If you are packed full of pain from the past, full of insecurity and competition and cattiness, gossipy, and you try to hide it in being a classy, feminine, well put together, elegant woman, it will come out of you sooner or later. Time will tell what's in you. When you look in the mirror, do you see the beautiful, unique person that you are? Or do you see ugly? I don't measure up. She has more than me. Why does she have a husband and I don't? How can she keep getting a man and I can't get one? What do you see? Do you see scars and bruises and wounds that other people don't see? What do you see? I mean, have you even taken the time to look in the mirror and really examine yourself, your self-image? Do you not know that you can put on all the designer clothes that you want? You can have on all the makeup, face beat, just beautiful. Everything, skin glowing, eyelashes blinging, eyebrows arched and popping, lipstick matted, diamond earrings, nice jewelry, pearls around your neck. Look really feminine and girly, but your self-image is jacked up. You appear one way, and then you go home and you take off that mask and you're falling apart and you're depressed because you're trying to keep up and equal up because you're not confident in who you are, confident in your beauty, your gifts, your talents, your radiance. You don't value who you are, but you want other people to value who you appear to be. You're a treasure, and you are trying to compete to be what's in somebody else's treasure box by competing with somebody else instead of being the unique you that you are. Do you see what I see? What do you see when you look in the mirror? What does your self-image tell you? Do you tell you and do you believe that you are beautiful, that you are fearfully and wonderfully made, that you are created in God's image? Do you believe that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you? Do you believe in yourself to believe that you can achieve anything that you put your mind to? Or do you see a failure? Are you limiting yourself? Do you see prosperity in your near future, but your mindset is a poverty mindset? Your actions are poverty driven? What do you see? What is your self-image? Do you see scars that nobody else can see? Brokenness, bruises that nobody else can see? Somebody can look at you and say, oh, you are such a beautiful person. I love your natural beauty. And you'll talk down somebody else's compliment. Your self-image doesn't reflect what somebody else sees about you. Self-image is looking at you beyond what you see in the mirror and seeing what is on the inside of you and working on, dealing with those things that negate who you are. Are you reflecting and projecting one thing, but then you go home, look in the mirror, and deal with something totally different than what others see about you? Dr. Matthew Maltz, he was a surgeon, a plastic surgeon, who performed surgeries on men and women who had been in different accidents, who wanted different body parts, noses and lips and things of that nature changed, who wanted body parts enhanced. And he would perform these surgeries, and people would come back to him and complain to him. No matter how much of a success the surgeries were, people would come back and say that they still felt ugly, that they thought that they still were ugly on the outside, even after he removed scars and enhanced body parts and took away things that people thought were ugly or needed to be changed. They still came to him and were dissatisfied with the things that he had done to their body because they were not satisfied with who they were, the way they looked, or what they appeared to see on the outside, instead of working on what's on the inside. So Dr. Matthew Maltz, he wrote a book called PsychoCybernetics. And in that book, he talked about how all the surgeries that he performed, and when people would come back, he finally noticed that it wasn't what was on the outside of the person, but the self-image, the way that people saw themselves. It was reflecting on the outside, how people felt about themselves. If they felt ugly, if they felt dirty, if they felt like they had scars and things that were visible to make them not attractive and not equaling up or able to stand up or stand against or compete with someone else, then they felt like he hadn't done his job and that they were ugly. But it wasn't the outside that needed to be dealt with. It was what was going on the inside of the person. So we all know the things that are going on the inside of us. And it's a difference in us being willing to face those things in order to change it, in order to stand up and be the real persons that we are. You can tell a woman who has looked at herself, faced her fears, saw what was in her, worked on what she did not like, and became what she wanted to be, and see herself as beautiful. She treasures herself. She knows her value. She knows her worth. You can tell this type of woman because when she walks in the room, everybody takes notice and recognize that there's a confidence and a beauty and an image, a self-image that she knows about herself, and it's reflecting, exuding, radiating out of her. Self-image is a powerful thing when it is in one accord and in alignment with you knowing who you are and people seeing who you are. They can't put you in a box, label you, or make you anything less than who you know you are. Self-image is a powerful thing. Work on you. Work from the inside out before you work on the outside. You have to heal the scars, the wounds, the pain, the rejection, the fears, the things, the ugly things that you see on the inside in order for the beautiful to radiate from within on the outside. You can always enhance the beauty on the outside. It doesn't matter what anybody else says or thinks about you when you know who you are, when you reflect the genuineness of who you are. Yeah, self-image. Work on you, my sisters. Take the time to work on you. Not a quick fix, not a dress me up, but work on you from the inside and get an everlasting, long-lasting effect of realness, genuineness, self-love, a strong, powerful, beautiful self-image and self-reflection of who you are. I hope that you enjoyed this little talk about self-image. If so, subscribe to my channel or hit the like button. And if you didn't like what you heard, hit the unlike button or dislike button. Leave me a comment and I'll take into consideration what it is that you said, things that I need to change and work on. Meet me on Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. as I will go live and we can chat together. I look forward to spending more time with you, and I hope that you will join me on Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. Have a blessed and prosperous life.